YouTube, what's happening? It's your boy Charm. Hope everybody out there is being safe, starting the week off right, making some money. Hey, you guys see what I'm doing? I got the day off. It's Monday. You guys know I'm off Sundays and Mondays. Uh, One of the pros of being a local truck driver. But today I want to come to you guys. I want to let you guys know about some of the pros and cons of being a local truck driver. And these aren't going to be in any kind of specific order. Just a list I put together. Hey, hope you guys like some of the changes I'm making. Just trying to make the channel a little better, put out more or better content for you guys. I know I got to work on my speaking still, but hey, it's a work in progress. It's getting there. I'm going to start off with the cons, and like I said, these are in no particular order. It's just a list I came up with off the top of my head. So, starting with the cons, uh, depending on which niche, am I saying that right? What kind of niche you're in? The competition for to becoming a local truck driver is kind of stiff. Um, like I said, it all depends on the niche you're trying to work in. If it's food service, it's not going to be too stiff because the food service industry has a lot of turnover. That's a whole nother video of why. Um, the competition to be a local truck driver isn't as stiff as it used to be. When I first got into it, most of the companies were requiring you to be over the road for 2 years before they would hire you. Like the company I currently work for, before they hire you, they want you to be out over the road or regional for 2 whole years before they can hire you. And it's due to insurance purposes. But a lot of the companies now, they're hiring drivers straight out of CDL school. So a lot of that competition isn't as stiff anymore. Second will be less pay. Now, this is also something that's depending on the niche you're in. If you're let's say, you're doing flatbed local or you're doing dry van local, yeah, you're gonna make less money than you would over the road. Just because a lot of the companies that are doing dry van and reefer and flatbed local, they're still paying by the mile. And you're not going to get that as many miles per week as you would as if you're out over the road or regional, right? Because you're only going to be working about 11, 12 hours a day, and then you're back home. You're not out sleeping over the road and switching your schedule around to try to get the most miles as you possibly can. Third, long hours. Working local, you're going to be working long hours. With some companies, like for example, when I worked with Cisco, they have a 16-hour exemption, which means you can be on duty 16 hours a day because you're going less than 150 miles away from your base, right? So you could be working 16 hours a day. Right now, currently, I average around 12 hours a day, except for 2 days a week where I'm averaging between 14 and I'm sorry, between 13 and 14 hours per day. And that's only because I'm choosing to do that just to get a little extra money. I'm all about that money. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's not like over the road where if you hurt and get loaded and get out of your shipper or especially if you're like doing drop and hook where you're just mostly driving all the time, you're only going to be working probably 11 hours a day driving. Then you're going to pull over, you're going to take your 10-hour reset. It's not like that when you're a local driver. Local driver is pretty much going to be like going to work at a normal job. You're going to go in at a certain time and you're probably going to do about 12 hours, right? Like I said, some companies like Cisco, for example, you're going to be doing 14 to 16 hours per day, more than likely, especially when you first start out because they're union and you're going to get all the crappy routes that are going to take longer. Nobody else wants to do them, right? And that brings me to my next point. In order to make more money as a local driver, you're going to have to do some things that like OTR drivers aren't going to do, like touch freight, food service. You're going to touch every single box, you know what I mean? And you're going to wheel it down a dolly. You're going to wheel it upstairs, downstairs, around to the back doors, through kitchens, around corners, putting them in freezers, taking stuff out of freezers, all kinds of stuff. just to make more money. Me right now, I'm fortunate enough, I do end dump, and it's no touch. I basically just drive. I operate an end dump when I get to my destination. Not that hard. As you can see, I put on a little extra weight doing end dump because I'm basically just sitting. And I get a lot of downtime too while I'm actually waiting to load. So, yeah, touch freight. You want to make more money being a local driver. More than likely, you're going to have to do touch freight. Unless, like I said, you're lucky, you can find a job to where you're making a decent amount of money. It's not touch freight. You know what I mean? Fifth would be city driving. Now, if you're over the road driver, you're used to being on the highway most of the time, right? But picture this. Any of you guys ever drove through Houston, Atlanta, Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh? You know, some of these major cities, hell, the entire Northeast. Yeah, some of these major cities, the traffic is just horrible, and a lot of them aren't built for big trucks. Just keep it 100. They're not built for big trucks. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have tight turns. You're gonna have people cutting you off. People getting into your buffer zone. It's people blowing their horns at you because they're not understanding that, hey, you might be governed at 60 mile an hour or 65 mile an hour. You can't do 70, 75. You know what I mean? And let me go back real quick to the less pay part. Like I said, there are some trucking companies out there that are still paying by the mile, even though you're local. But there are some that are paying by the hour, which right now I get paid by the hour, which is a good thing because I have a lot of downtime at my job. If I got paid by the mile, I drive from Warren to Cleveland all day, every day. And it's not that far. It's only like an hour drive, and I don't even know how many miles it is. Sheesh. Not very many. So if it was mileage pay, I wouldn't make any money at all. Luckily, I get paid by the hour, and that's how I make most of my money. Well, that's how I make all of my money, actually. So now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna go with we're gonna start going to the pros. Now, you know, if you're over the road driver and you're thinking about going local, there's really only one reason you're giving up over the road to go local, and that reason is more home time. Now, yeah, of course, you're going to get more home time because you're not sleeping in the truck. And when you're looking at a lot of these local jobs online, they'll tell you home nightly. They're not going to say home daily. They say home nightly because you're going to be working from sun up to more than likely sundown. Like right now, I'm in Ohio. It's wintertime. When I go into work, it's dark. When I get off of work, it's dark. You know what I mean? It's not so much in the summertime because it gets dark later and like around 9 o'clock. I'm off. I get home before the sun goes down. I get to do stuff. Excuse me. So more home time is a big pro for local truck drivers. Now, also with that home time though, you got to remember you're home more. You have more responsibilities. So say you go out and work 12, 13 hour shift. You might have to come home, help the kids with the homework, pick kids up from soccer, pick kids up from daycare, whatever. Go out grocery shopping, stuff like that. Those are stuff that you're really not going to have to deal with over the road all the time because over the road, all you have time to do once you get off, you only have 10 hours. You get off, you might mess around in the truck stop for a few hours and then you're sleeping for 8, hopefully. So next would be health. Now, when you're local, yeah, you have more time at home, so that means you have more time to spend at the gym, working out, whether it be at home or the gym, whichever you like to do. I like going to the gym, but I recently set up my own home gym just to save me a little bit of time in the commute from going from home to the gym. Plus, I don't want to have to deal with, machines and weights being taken up all the time. I have my own stuff here at my house. The third would be your work-life balance. Yeah, that's going to be a major factor right there in itself because you're going to work 12 hours a day. but you're going to be home 12 hours a day, right? So that means you get to see your kid. Say if you just had a kid, you get to see your kid make his first steps, hopefully. Um, get to go to soccer games, baseball games, football games, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Over the road, you're sacrificing a lot of that because you might only be home on the weekends or get 3 days off every other week, 4 days off every 3 weeks, or some crazy like that. You know what I mean? In the last part of this pros for local truck driving is you're going to be on a routine. You're eventually going to get down a routine because you're over the road. You do your 10-hour break, and then most of the time you're back at it again after 10 hours. If you're driving hard, you're back at it again after 10 hours, right? You're working local. You're going to have a set time you come in almost every day. It's going to be around the same time every day. Unless, when I worked at Cisco, there were times where I would only get 10 hours off. And that's not why I became a local driver. If I wanted to only have 10 hours off per night, I would still be over the road. That I couldn't handle that at Cisco. But like right now, I go into work about 5 a.m. every single day, right? And I'm usually off on the days that I work 12 hours. I'm off at 5 p.m. every single day. So I'm on a routine. I've tried to switch it up. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I don't like getting up. First of all, I don't like getting up early. I definitely don't want to get up any earlier than what I'm already used to. So I usually wake up around 3:45, 4 a.m., just to start my day. And my yard is actually only probably about 15 minutes from my house. So I drive in 15 minutes every day, get there a little bit before 5, get my pre-trip, I'm done, I'm out. I'm going to get my first load, or I'm headed up to Cleveland with a preload. Usually be somewhere between 5:15 and 5:30. So that's a good routine for me. I like that routine. It works out for my family also. I know I'm saying a lot. Y'all can roast me down in the comment section all you want. Hey, like I said, I'm getting there. I'm trying to make it better. There it goes again. See, there it goes. But I'm trying to get it better. Hope you guys like the new background I got here. My whole new setup. I'm gonna try to not bring you guys so many videos from inside the truck because as you can see, it's dirty. I'm in a work uniform all the time. You guys see me, and I usually got a hood up because I'm bald. I'm bald. I ain't got no hair on my head. I usually got a hood up, sitting there in the loud truck, in a day cab at that. Can't lean the seat back, can't relax. Ain't got my computer with me, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the new changes down in the comments section. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, things I can do better, Hey, let me know some of the videos you guys want me to make, some of the content. You guys can ask me questions. You guys ask the questions, I might have the answers. If I don't have the answers, I'll get those answers for you. So, with that being said, going on about 14 minutes here. I just wanted to keep this real short. It's your boy Charm. I'm going to check out of here, man. I got stuff to do today. It's my day off. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. Got a doctor's appointment. Then I'm going to hit these weights down here. But y'all keep it safe out there, man. Be cool. It's your boy Charm. I'm out of here.